Hello, I'm Chen Pt.2.
And I'm Sean Carmanda, and welcome to our podcast, Weekly Dose of High School, where we will be guiding you through the life of a high school student while speaking to knowledgeable people in the industry.
Welcome to our 25th episode. In today's episode, we are here again with Charles Chen, an international student studying in America at our high school. If you haven't checked out the previous episode where Charles spoke about his life as an international student, make sure to check out that first. In today's episode, Charles will continue to speak about the obstacles in the college application process for international students.
So, without further ado, let's get into today's episode.
Okay, Charles, do you have any advice for international students who are worried that they might not get into their dream school?
So I think if the international if you're international student and you're not applying this year, I would just say work more on extracurricular activities, attend more competitions, and do more research because I think those are considered very heavy in the college application process.
And especially in the US, right? Because now the US is focusing more on extracurriculars rather than like test scores or like per se GPA, right?
Yeah, and yeah, that's true. And also if the students applying this year, I would just say work more on essays and like think over the major you want to apply. If like the major you're applying has really low acceptance rate, maybe you can do alternative majors that's relating to the field you want to study, but it's like has a higher acceptance rate.
Right.
Okay, so Charles, you mentioned that you had like everything planned out since the start of ninth grade. So, what made you decide to go down the CS route, versus like the med route?
I love CS because I think it solves a very big mysteries and a lot of like have a lot of interesting things to solve with. And it is also one of the most effective way to develop social impacts to help people solve their problem from small to large scales. For example, you have like a small tech innovations like VR goggles for elderly cares. That's like more like tech helping humanity in small scales, or like those big scale social media like softwares that connects people. So I think they're like really fantastic. I really want to study in that field.
Mm-hmm.
Have you,
Oh, okay, go ahead.
sorry, Charles, have you ever thought of deviating towards like the medical route? Or have you always
Uh,
like stuck to CS?
I would say I'm more interested in staying like in CS because the field I'm interested in are actually artificial intelligence and cybersecurity. So I don't see them and I'm not really particularly interested in like doing computational biology. I think because personally I'm not that interested in biology, so that's why.
That's fair.
So Charles, as a follow-up to that, so like you did a lot of like coding competitions, like you mentioned, and then like you told me like you qualified for like camp, right? Like everyone like camp is for people who don't know what camp is like. It's like the highest level for you to go after platinum, and the
Yeah.
top people from camp go to the international team. So how much impact do you think it's going to help you out in your college applications, especially for like MIT, because like MIT loves Olympiads and awards like those.
I think those competitions are really helpful. Like I think among like all the extracurricular activities, I think sometimes competitions is very direct way to show your abilities in like in the field of study. For example, in CS, I'm doing USICO. I think the ranking the USICO, I mean, it does actually shows the your coding skills. So I think it's a very helpful way to boost your chance, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee because also because I think students should also have other extracurricular activities like research and internships too.
Hmm. But you
Yeah.
know, like MIT has a reputation for wanting more Olympiad people, right? So,
Yeah, yeah, I think yeah, typical for MIT, I think it will be helpful to have that in your profile and will larger boost chance.
okay.
Okay, Charles. My final question for you is, what exactly are you looking for a college to have? Are you looking for a college with an outstanding academic background or an athletic environment, or even just a nice campus to spend your undergraduate years in?
I think the two things I really focus on when I research college is career development program and research opportunities, because I think these two are very crucial for my future career development, like how I would get a job in the future in computer science, or I would develop a new product through doing researches in colleges. So these two are the parts I really consider important when I'm doing college research. And I also really like school is outstanding academic reputations and backgrounds in the industry I'm studying, because I think it will help me a lot in when I started to look for jobs or develop my own career in the future.
And obviously, schools with an outstanding academic background have the top professors there, and you get to learn more and will definitely get a better profession in the future.
Yeah.
Okay, Charles. So our final question for this episode is, when did you like start working on your essays, and do you have any outside help from like external advisors and counselors to help you out?
So I started my college application essays during this summer, and I had an outside counselor to help me find essay editor to help me edit the essay. So the way I do it was like I write an essay, then I send it to the essay editors to help me to work together to edit the details of the essay. So if I think if people start during summer, and usually people will have enough time to work on their all of their essays, and I think it's really good, important to start early for essays.
Mm-hmm. So did you finish all your essays by the end of the summer, or?
No, not really. I finished my Common App and the UC essays at the end of the summer. Uh, but like the way but because I started really early, actually. Sometime the prompt I used for comment was from last year, but like usually the prompt are pretty similar, so it'll be fine for you to start early and use the prompt last year if you are working on the comment app essays and can find the prompt of the essay for this year.
Mm-hmm. And then as a follow-up to that, so for supplemental essays, right?
Yeah.
So when it comes to like your major, like do you have a strategy that you use to like tackle the why major essay?
I would say for one major essay, especially for like subjects like computer science, don't talk so much about like don't talk too much about the tech part of your essay of your product or your thoughts, but just more mention about the impact of things you have done, and like your just try to address your passion, your personalities, to show why you're a person that is good for studying the tech subject you choose.
Mm-hmm. Got it. We'll see. Well, that's it for today for episode 25, a weekly list of high school. Hope you guys enjoyed listening to Charles speak about his passion for computer science and why he decided to pursue a career in that.
Also, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our podcast, whether you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or even on YouTube. We're on all those platforms. We upload weekly episodes, so make sure you're subscribed so you never miss an upload. Until then, take it easy.